I've got a fairly big update for you this time. Let's start with the dome here. You can see this is much smoother than it used to be. That's just a little bit of work. This is version 1. I'm going to have to create another one at some point. You can see there's some striations all throughout, and that's from the way I built it initially. So even though I had managed to smooth over the upper layers, those still remained coming through. You'll also notice that, and it's very disintegratable. You'll also notice that I put some cuts into this disc. So I started off on this end, and my idea was to cut along these pencil lines here. So the very first cut I was off, and then on the subsequent 3 cuts I got further off and chunked it up worse. So I decided to take it from the other end, and I got that straight on. So I'm going to have some repairs to do on this front bit here, but that's nothing that's going to be impossible. And I should be able to get the surface pretty smooth again. So let's move on to these guys. So this is just a rough vacuform, of course. For this one, I put the acrylic disc straight onto the vac table, and that got a really strong pull. On this one, I put about an inch worth of clay underneath, and that came out a lot less detailed, of course, which is really nice. However, the shape is not really accurate either. So what this shows me is that basically I need to get this utterly perfect, and I don't know if I'll be able to vac form the master as a kit, but I really wanted to see what this looked like in profile, and it's pretty good. This one itself is too thick in the dish, but the actual domes are right about there, though they do seem to be a little unsymmetrical. What else to show you? Alright, so where's that piece? Here it is. So you'll remember that my initial idea was to make the neck is the neck, the pylon, the body, all these pieces separate. So the next generation I cut the neck with the pylon so that they'd be centered. Then I realized that I needed to cut the neck, the pylon, and the entire center line of the body as a single piece. So I did that, and the results are right here. I don't know how well this is going to show up being transparent and all. Maybe up here a little better. Or even better than that. So this is pretty much what the body is generally going to be looking like. Let's see if I can put this down here. So I accidentally hit the record button. So let's actually put this in a dark part of the room. There we go. That's a little more visible. So that crossbar there is right below the shuttle deck, and it doesn't look like it's going to turn out circular, but it pretty much has to. Having that crossbar there is going to help out with the pylon placement, and this is definitely going to be a really big kit. I got to make sure that back is aligned, parallel to the dish. Right now it's looking a couple degrees off, maybe 1 degree, 2 degrees. That's an easy fix, and it could be a product of the tape, the way I've got that sitting there right now. So yeah, this has definitely made some good progress. Next up is going to be shaping the secondary hull and getting that nice and round. If this doesn't work, then essentially I need to cut a new center line, and then I'll put ribs going across this way and filling those in. But I think this is going to work out pretty well. I got the shape pretty much dead on. I'm not seeing any, this back was really weird, but other than that, I pretty much nailed it. So yeah, I guess that's about it for this update. The vac form hull here was definitely a lot of fun, so I'm going to keep doing this as a prototyping tool to get an idea of how pieces go together. And even on this, well, I probably need a lot more work to get this ready for that level of not waste, but definitely resource management use. Yeah, this is a lot of fun, and I guess that's it for this update. So I'll catch y'all later. Have a good one.